Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about key signatures, all right? When I'm talking about key signatures and when I ask you to find what a key signature is, really, I'm asking you, where is do, right? And you know we're talking about solfege, right? Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Where is do, okay? And there's 3 rules I need you to remember. 3 rules, okay? Number 1, the last sharp is T, okay? Last sharp is T. Rule number 2, last flat is fa. And the 3rd rule, the second last flat is do. And again, that's what we're looking for right there, okay? The key signatures, that all boils down to that. Where is do, okay? So let's talk about a couple of different things. Let me go back here. Sharps and flats, right? Sharps and flats always come in the same order, okay? And it's important to remember that, okay? F, C, G, D, A, E, B. How do you remember that? That's the order of sharps, okay? And the order of flats is just backwards. B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Bead, G, C, F. Well, obviously, I call it greatest common factor because I'm a math guy, right? B, G, C, F. And Father Charles goes down and ends battle, or fish can go down and eat bugs, or following cows gets dookie around everyone's boots. However you want to think about it, that's the order of sharps and the order of flats. Here's the deal. If you have one sharp, it's always going to be that one, okay? The order doesn't change. If you have 2 sharps, it's going to be that one and that one, okay? If you have 3, it's going to be those 3, okay? So you can't have that sharp without having everything that precedes it, okay? Same deal with the flats. If you've got 1 flat, it's always going to be B flat. If you've got 2, if you've got 3, okay, they always come in the same order. You can't have G flat without having all of these ones before it, okay? If you've got 5 flats, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that order, okay? So, order of flats. B, the greatest common factor, and following Father Charles goes down and ends battle, okay? Now, here's the deal. Let's put that into practice. Can you still see me here? Okay. Let's work in the treble clef for now, okay? That's the world's greatest treble clef right there, okay? Let's do this, okay? Remember, now that's a crummy sharp, but that's what it is. First sharp, it's F, right? So that's an F. I'm looking for do. Now that sharp is on the top line for F, okay? I'm looking for do, and remembering do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, that thing right there is T, okay? And I go up 1 from T to find do, okay? Don't forget this order of solfege. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, okay? All right, so I got 1 sharp. It's on the line for F, so that means that is T, and that means this is do. And that is on the space above the staff. The top line is F. That space is G, okay? So that is G major, okay? Let's say we have 2 sharps. What are they going to be? If I have 2 sharps, they're F and C, right? Because I have to have them in order all the time, okay? So that means the last sharp is T. The last sharp is T. This right here is the last sharp, okay? Going left to right, that's the last sharp. So that's T. Go up 1 from T to find do, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I'm going to go up 1 from T to find do. That is the 4th line. Every good boy deserves. That is a key of D major. Yes? Okay, let's do 3 sharps. If I had 3 sharps, what would they be? F, C, and G. Following cows gets, or Father Charles goes, okay? F, C, G. Okay, those are my 3 sharps, okay? What's my rule? The last sharp is T. That's my rule right there, and I've got 3 sharps. 1, 2, 3. From left to right, that is the last sharp right there, okay? That's the last sharp. I'm going to go up 1 from that. I have to actually go up on a ledger line this time, okay? That is do. I'm looking for do, okay? So we figured out if the top line is F, that means that's G. That note is G, and I'm going to go up 1 from that to find A, right? We didn't talk about this, but if you're going up, right? Once you go above G, you're just going to cycle back around to A, and then the alphabet just keeps going, okay? So that's A major. Let's do 4 sharps, okay? What if I had 4 sharps? What would they be? Is this a rhetorical question by now? I hope. F, C, G, D, right? 4 sharps. F, C, G, and D. You'll notice F, that's the first sharp. That's the first sharp in every one. That's the second sharp in every one. This is the third sharp in every one, okay? So now we have 4 sharps, S, C, G, and D, okay? What's my rule for sharps? The last sharp is T. That means that sharp is the last one. That is T. I'm going to go up 1 from T to find Do, because Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, okay? So Do is 1 above, okay? That's the 4th space, F, A, C, E. That's the key of E major. So far, so good? That's a better treble clef. All right, now let's do 5 sharps. You know what? Let's skip over 5 sharps. Let's go to 6, okay? If we had 6 sharps, what would they be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Father Charles goes down and ends, okay? Father Charles goes down and ends. Now, that's a little bit strange that it goes down like that, the pattern of it all, okay? But don't worry about that. The A is down there. So, here's our last sharp is T, right? Is that the rule? I think that's what we talked about. The last sharp is T. So that means going left to right, that is the last sharp. It's in that 4th space. If that's T, that means that's Do, right? Now, this, when you have 6 and 7 sharps, it gets a little bit tricky. There's just a little something you need to know, okay? That's T, that's Do. Now, Do is on the top line. I'm going to go back here in our key signature and look, oh, ding, this sharp actually affects any note that's ever on the top line. So this is not the key of F, but it's the key of F sharp major, okay? Because that F is affected by the key signature already, okay? Let's try one more like that, okay? Let's going to do all 7 sharps now. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. We're going to do them all, okay? F, C, G, D, A, E, and B. So, where's our last sharp? Why do I care? I'll tell you why we care, because the last sharp is T, and I'm looking for Do. So here is T. That's the last sharp, right? I'm looking for Do. Do is 1 up from T, right? Because Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, right? That means that is Do, okay? And what is that? F, A, C. That's C. But, just like this was not F, it's F sharp, let's check out C. And go back in the key signature and see if anything affects it. Boom. The second sharp affects C. So this is the key of C sharp major. Okay? And they're just major because they're not the minor keys, they're the major keys. All right? Now, let's check out the flat keys. All right? Let's check out the flat keys. There's a couple of good looking treble clefs right there. Now, what's our order of flats here again? Do you remember? Bead, greatest common factor, or battle ends and down goes Charles' father, okay? I'm sure there's other very clever whatever you call that when letters represent words, okay? Bead, greatest common factor, okay? So the first flat is B, okay? Now, what's our rules for flats? Do you remember? Of course you do. The last flat is Fa, and the second last flat is Do, okay? Now, we only have 1 flat, so that we can't have a second last flat because there isn't 2 or more, okay? So we have 1 flat. That means we have to roll with that first rule, okay? The last flat is Fa. And again, we're looking for Do. So we can start at Fa and go down, or we can start at Fa and go up. Either way, we're looking for Do, okay? So I'm going to go like this. Look at this. That's Fa. I'm going to go down because it's a shorter distance, which means that's Mi, and that's Re, and that's Do, okay? Draw a little line there, okay? Fa, Mi, Re, Do, right? Do you see that? Fa, Mi, Re, Do. And again, just like on here, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. That's our solfege scale, right? That's the major scale. So we're looking for Do. There's Do right there, okay? What is that? That's the first space. That's F, okay? And there's nothing in the key signature affecting F. Now I want to show you something else too, just for grins. I told you could go up or down, right? Let's go up instead. It's a greater distance, but who cares? Let's try it. So let's start out with fa. Now what's that going to be? That's so, la, ti, do. So apparently that's do as well, right? Fa, so, la, ti, do. What's that note right there? Top line, everybody's just fudge. That's also F. Okay, so still, it doesn't matter if you go down or up, you're going to get the same answer. Okay, so 1 flat, F major. Okay, let's do 2 flats. My 2 flats are going to be what? B and E. B and E. Okay, now I got 2 rules. Let's check them out again. Last flat is fa, second last flat is do. Last flat. For this guy, we've got 2 flats now. So we can use the second last flat rule. Second last flat is do. There's the last flat. There is the second last flat. That's on the line for every good boy, B. And there's a flat on it. So it's B flat major. It's as easy as that. Let's do 3 flats. I'm just going to tell you. B, E, and A, right? Battle ends and, okay? There's the last flat. There's the second last flat. That's the space for E flat. Okay, that's the last one. That's the second last one. Now, I could still apply the other rule. I could go fa, mi, re, do. Fa, mi, re, do. That's the first line is E, okay, but it's affected by that flat, so it's still E flat. The rules still work. Fa, so, la, ti, do, okay? Still E flat, okay? 3 flat, let's do 4 flats. Battle, ends, and down, okay? So here's my last flat. Here's my second last flat. That's in the second space. That's the key of A flat major. Now, there's more than one way of figuring out what a key signature is, okay? This is just the one I like, and I've done this my whole life, okay? Let's do, I don't know, let's skip again. Let's skip 5 and do 6. B, E, A, D, G, and C, okay? What are my rules? Last flat is fa, second last flat is do. So there's the last one. There's the second last one. That's the key of G flat major. And one more. B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Okay? Last flat is there. That's the second last flat right there. The second last flat is the key signature. We're in the key of C flat major. Okay? Now you'll notice in the sharp key signatures, the last 2 have sharp in them. In the flat key signatures, they all have flat in the name except for the first one. Okay? So that's how we do key signatures, okay? I think that's it. So remember these rules. Remember these orders, okay? Order of sharps, F, C, G, D, A, E, B. Father Charles goes down and ends battle, and the flats are just backwards. B, greatest common factor. And remember these rules. Remember, if I'm asking you for a key signature, all I'm saying is where is do? What is do, okay? Last sharp is T, last flat is fa, second last flat is do. God bless you.